very important to go out there. Now, we had some questions last night in the Dragon's Den about game sharing. Some people were trying to game share the Taken King DLC. I just want to get this out of the way before we get going. One, do not forget that game sharing on the PS3 is illegal. Giving your handle out to someone else on another system so they can download digital content is technically against the PlayStation Service's terms of service. So you need to be careful because they do lifelong bans for the sender and the receiver. Second, all online games, including Destiny, say, don't share digital content, one-time use per system, one registry. So if you share like any digital Destiny content, you're breaking PlayStation terms of service and Bungie's. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying do. I just think I didn't realize that the game share on the PlayStation Network was actually against the terms of service. I thought you were allowed to share your handle with up to 2 to 3 people and let them download content, but that's not it. And now PS4 has a different type of game share option, which is different. You're not giving people your content, you're actually letting them play your account. That's a big difference. So, just saying, people, reconsider what you're borrowing, be careful about what you're sharing, because one person reports you, whatever it may be, you're on my show and you're like, yeah, I take game share from 5 different people, I don't even own my content, like Angel, and they decide that they don't like you and they want to like fuck with you, they could report you and look into it. It's just one of those things, and then they're like, oh yeah, like this guy Angel's logging on as 5 different people around the world and is on his system, he's obviously game sharing. I'm just saying, like, I didn't realize that. I thought the PlayStation Network allowed you to share your handle on other PlayStations, and if you wanted to let them get into your PlayStation store and download it, you could. No, PS3 cannot play on PS4, but on Destiny, you can jump back and forth between consoles if you have the games. Now, another thing we ran across during the play share, someone shared the PS3 Taken King DLC with someone that had a PS4, and they could not download it onto the PS4. I don't know if that's something to do with the person that shared it doesn't have a PS4 account. You think they're the same, but they're actually a little different in certain like codings. It is your account, but I don't know. Like, I'm just curious because I don't game share, except for that one Minecraft, and I don't share mine out. Now, another thing is somebody asked me, they're like, yeah, the person shared the Legendary Edition digital with me, all the content, and they were so excited, but then they deleted the person's account off their PlayStation as they asked, and they lost the Legendary Edition content. So the person gave them back the password and all that, and they went back on, and then the person changed their password, and the person still lost the content. So it seems like if you're going to let somebody game share, you have to keep the password the same, they have to have the current up-to-date password, and you have to keep their profile on the PlayStation Network. Like I said, it's something I don't really do that often. I don't share out, and I don't take it much in, so I don't have a lot of experience in it. Got different answers from everyone. Like, everyone in the Dragon's Den VIP lounge last night was kind of throwing different ideas. Some said you could change the password, some said you couldn't, some say, it's really up in the air. Make sure, that you look into it for yourself. But just remember that according to PlayStation Network, it is a TOS breach. And if it's not like you're banned off of your profile and that's it. These games are synced to that profile. When the PlayStation Network deletes your profile, everything you've done on like Grand Theft Auto, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Destiny is gone. So be very careful. Tread very carefully. I say this, in Angel, you share a lot, borrow a lot, stuff like that. But it's just something that I've noticed. Yeah. A lot of people share, and literally, you could wake up one day, you go turn your PlayStation on, and you broke the number one rule on the terms of service. The first one. Like 3 paragraphs long, and you're permabanned, and everything you've ever done is gone. Like, it's just deleted, because now games aren't saved on the hard drive; they're on the server connected to your PlayStation handle, which has been blackballed. So, and that's not porn. That's a bad thing. So, all right. So I got 3. I got 3 things up. What's your current light? I just want to get that out because 225. So
225.
you, so we've got Lightbringer Year 2. We want to do these last 2 story missions, the daily heroic, for those 15 points. I really need that so I can get this cloak, which will raise my light up like 15 points. We also want to, just kind of grind up the light a little bit. Try to get to we're about 230. We'd love to try to get to about 240 before we go do the raid. But of course, the suggested light for the raid is 325. So. Thanks for the follow, Stefan. Yeah, that might be something to worry about. Yeah, no. Now, Saturday, folks, it's going to be pretty warm here tomorrow. Continuing raid Crucible. We're actually going to step into the Crucible tomorrow as well. Or today. You know what I mean? Like, if we only have, like, 3 people in here and we go do the raid and it's really hard, I'm not going to do it. Tomorrow, a lot more people are online playing the game. Saturday, so. I don't know exactly what the light level is. I was just kind of bullshitting there, Orlando. But, it's not that strange. I've already seen people light 280 and 300. If you have all legendaries from Taken King and your weapons, all legendaries, and the other one with 1 exotic from the, you're up there.